That tea needs more whiskey.
Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will put total leather and will get started. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Going up top on first down. Snags it over the middle. And stampeding through the defense. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense, because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to throw it again.
Let's go, boy! Let's go, big boy! Let's go, big boy! Go, big boy, go! Big boys to the house! Let's go! Let's go, big boy!
Great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I mean, you're more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field.
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He leaves it with his back.
I
discards a
overcommitted.
man.
God.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Woo. Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Fires on the move. And
Let's go! Let's go!
His night vision hasn't been up to speed.
Good feet, boy.
Third interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the tackler.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up on a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Running back goes in motion. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. The Nittany Lions get it past the sticks.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this third down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Oh, my Lord, that white boy got up.
Picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Here comes the offense on second down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Sooners send out the punt unit. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around.
Get the fuck out of my way!
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
4th down and short. You want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short.
Damn, got it.
Grab near the sticks. It's Castellanos. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Caught. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's no good. He missed it.
Oh, my God.
There is a flag on the field, so let's see if he gets a do-over. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw. Firing deep.
Boom! Got some cheese! Cheese! Ah, damn it!
Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. And the Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Fast motion from the offense. A jet sweep pass. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult position.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's going for the big play. A full dive to haul that one in.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn.
That was the only option.
No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Boston College delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Chestnut Hill. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home.
Boston College in Ohio.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Finds the tight end.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
The Sooners will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A little screen to the running back. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Gain of 33 on the play. First down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. It's complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
He's got it. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Now improvising. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way.
Lions take over.
It's a play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They want that clock to run. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not...
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And he was able to get back on top of it.
Hey, and listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Castellanos. Tackled immediately after the catch. Now on 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooners.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And that ball is picked off.
Oh, my God.
Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Forced out of the pocket. Makes his connection. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They stop it short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back to